Hey guys, in this video, I want to go over which targeting options in YouTube you should prioritize. So the focus of this video is to give you a clear game plan in terms of what targeting options you should test first, because there are some things that are worth testing initially, and there are some targeting options you should only test down the line when you're scaling and you need more volume. So the first place to start is retargeting. You always start with the easy, low-hanging fruit. And what I mean by retargeting is a few different things. Number one is you can retarget your YouTube viewers. If you have a YouTube channel, that's always a great strategy. Those are hot leads that like and already are watching your content. Number two is your website visitors, especially if you have a lot of add to carts and people who have basically purchased or are close to purchasing, those really hot audiences that are willing to buy more. And number three is your email list. Now you do need $50,000 in ad spend on YouTube, on Google Ads total, display, search, YouTube, doesn't matter, before you can do that, because basically Google instituted this rule for uploading custom audiences from your email list. So that's definitely the first place to start. The second place to start is right after you set up your retargeting campaigns is keyword and placement campaigns. Particularly placement campaigns can be very powerful. The reason why is because they're hyper specific. You're targeting specific videos that you know will work. So for example, let's say you run a company in the fitness niche, you're a fitness YouTuber. You could easily figure out who your most direct competitor is, and if they have ads enabled on your channel, you could have a campaign just targeting that channel, and that results in qualified leads. You could target videos let's say if you're selling a supplement that helps you with your eyes, you can use YouTube ads to target videos that are specifically about eye care and keeping your eyes healthy. So there's a few different things you can do with placements, but you can really choose kind of like the most qualified traffic. Now keywords is also pretty qualified. What keywords are, it's basically you put in a keyword, let's say how to earn money from photography, right? And YouTube will find videos that are related to that based on their title, their meta description, kind of like a bunch of information from the video itself. And keywords tend to be pretty targeted as well. And we do really well with keyword campaigns. We often scale them up to thousands of dollars a day. Now, the cool thing about keyword campaigns is there's a lot of scale. With placement campaigns, often the scale can be a bit lower because you're going very specific. But with keyword campaigns, you can scale pretty hard. So with keyword retargeting and placement, you can easily get to $5,000 a day without any issues. After that, what I really like to test is custom intent audiences, which have been working very well for us. So custom intent audiences are typically, what they are is basically when people search for something on google.com and then you retarget those people on YouTube. Now, what really matters with testing custom intent audiences as well is that the search volume is very high. We've seen custom intent audiences where we input 20 keywords do extremely well. And while we've seen other custom intent audiences like 300 keywords where they haven't done well. Google recommends 50 minimum, but we've seen 20 keywords do well. I think it all depends on search volume, not on necessarily the number of keywords. Now, after custom intent audiences, there are a bunch of other audiences you can test, and these are the ones you want to hit when you really want to scale, and you're kind of just basically hitting a plateau with your existing audiences. One of them is custom affinity audiences, which are like custom intent, but they're based on the sites people visit. So you can input the URLs of your competitors and get an audience that's like basically kind of similar to that audience, in terms of like those people are visiting those sites, those people are interested in those sites, and so on. So that's a custom affinity audience where they like these sites and you're targeting those people. Similar audiences are people who are similar to your existing list. So if you, let's say, have website visitors and so on, Google will automatically create these similar audiences. And those are also quite, like a good thing to test. We've seen mixed results. Sometimes they perform well, sometimes they just bomb. And from there, you have affinity audiences and topic audiences. Topic audiences are a bit better than affinity audiences, but with both of those, you really have to be careful where your ads show up, because we find often, let's say you do a small business topic, there will be unrelated videos in there because people just, put, like, let's say something in their tags that says it's a business video, even though it's not. Those topic audiences can be pretty inaccurate. Same thing with affinity audiences, which includes in-market audiences, where there can be a lot of inaccuracy. However, those audiences are great for scaling. You can spend hundreds of thousands on those very easily, which is why we only test them once we're hitting a plateau with the other ones. So I pretty much covered most of the audiences in here. The final thing I wanted to leave you with is basically, I have a detailed video on YouTube ads targeting. I will make sure to link to it in the description. That video goes more in depth into the videos. And also here's a slide of the testing order. So make sure to screenshot the slide that I'm showing you right now, because that's basically shows you it's like an easy cheat sheet you can have at hand when creating your campaigns, when deciding what campaigns to create. And yeah, basically check out that other video to get in depth into each of these audiences. And remember, there's no need to start affinity campaigns when you're just spending $1,000 a day. Stick with the ones I mentioned as the core ones: keyword, placement, retargeting, custom intent. Those 4 are performing really well for us. The others are great for scaling out at a later point. So yeah, cheers guys, hope you enjoyed this. And also check out my YouTube ads course if you want way more in-depth videos, including a case study on how we set up these campaigns. So yeah, cheers.
Walk with our feet on the ground, and we will talk with our head in the clouds, and we will walk